Have you ever wanted to go on a cruise and also give something back to the local community that you visit? If so, keep on watching, because this week on Planet Cruise Weekly, it's all about Fathom. So first of all, let's say a big thank you for tuning in to watch episode 26 of Planet Cruise Weekly with the amazing Mr. Glenn, who's looking very, very tanned.
Thank you very much.
And myself, Keith. And Glenn.
You're looking tanned as well. You've been away.
I have.
Where have you been?
11 days in Crete.
Very
Gorgeous.
nice.
I used to visit there every week on the ships, of course, Agos Nikolaos, but I never got to properly explore like I did in this last 7 days. It was magical.
Lovely.
And it's only a few days now until the big one for you.
Yes, I know. I'll get married next week. At obviously at filming time at the moment. And yeah, we're off to Mallorca on the 31st and getting married on the following Saturday.
Congratulations. There you get all the insider gossip on Planet Cruise Weekly. Right, now, of course, this week it's all about something called Fathom, and the reason we're covering this, Glenn, is because we've just had some of our team that have been on board one of the first cruises. It's been running since April 2016, and they've given us so much great feedback, and it's so exciting. We wanted to share this new concept with you. Now, the brainchild basically of Carnival Corporation, and it's giving a chance for people to go and enjoy something which is completely unique. Unique in the cruising world because it's dedicated to volunteer travel, or voluntourism as it's known. Now, while other lines, they kind of offer voluntary excursions at certain times in the cruise, this line will sail full volunteer cruises year round out of Miami, and that means that time is spent learning about the communities that you visit and practicing skills that you'll be using ashore and bonding with fellow cruise passengers.
Exactly. So, I mean, again, well, we've done it before, haven't we? We've been down to a place like the Amazon and stuff like that. You go across for one day, and you take a few presents, and then you buy what you do, and then you leave again. This is completely different, isn't it?
It is, because it's going to have a lasting impact in the
Yeah.
communities that you visit, and it's structured. It's been worked with the local government. So if you do want to have a chance to really give something back, this is a wonderful opportunity to do so. So if you are going to choose to travel with Fathom, there's just one ship to choose, and it's a well-known ship to British cruise market because it's the old Edonia from P&O, part, of course, of Carnival, and that's why they've lent the ship for this wonderful new project. Now, she's been refurbished, hasn't she, Glenn?
Yeah, she got refurbished in March 2016 for its first voyage, and obviously that went out in April 2016. And it is impossible to talk about Adonia without talking about the activities ashore. This is the main highlight. For those people who have cruised on Adonia before, this is really just the vessel to actually get down to your destination. This is very, very different, so it's not going to be what it was before.
Yeah, although it's still under the Carnival banner, it is something completely new, which is a good thing. Now, despite the refurb, she is still traditionally British. You know, she's got lots of kind of dark mahogany everywhere when you walk around. There's kind of prints and accents and lots of brass. Now, the reports we've been getting back is that the quality of food on board is absolutely excellent. And it does have a definite and a deliberate Latin American leaning, with Dominican flavours really featuring quite heavily. Now, dress code, Glenn.
I mean, Adonia used to be very, very classic, so nearly every night was your Dickie Bows and that sort of thing. This is completely changed now. It's a casual dress code, fits with the spirit of the cruise, don't pack any formal gear at all. Entertainment by the day is all about the enrichment and the destination-focused activities. Plus, you've got the opportunity to learn Spanish. For pure fun, it also offers scavenger hunt, domino lessons and trivia, as well as hands-on photography lessons designed to help you use your cameras and cell phones more effectively, which is what I need as well.
And then by night, all the bars and lounges, of course, are open. And again, the focus is on local music, local musicians performing on board, and salsa and merengue dance classes, and again, giant game nights, and a chance for you to get involved with things called the wine and paint night, which sounds really exciting. Where, yeah,
I think we had a couple of those, didn't we?
We did, I think, yeah, but now they've made it a big feature.
Yeah.
Yeah, you drink wine and you paint, and you apparently get very creative once you've had the old glass of red.
Oh, that's good.
Fancy that.
You still get your cabin steward, and there's still a fully equipped spa and onboard shops feature with many more local crafts and artisan work as well. So it really is featuring on the destination itself.
Now, interestingly, we had Tara Russell, who created this whole concept and went to Carnival with it, and she came in to chat to us about the concept behind Fathom and some of the exciting factors that you can get involved with when you get on board. If you want to find out more about that, then just click the link above. Now let's talk about where it goes, because again, this is very, very different. Because basically, it's a 7-night cruise out of Miami. Yeah, that's pretty normal. However, it's got one destination, and that's the Dominican Republic. Really, the focus is on one place, and you really get to immerse yourself in real detail. So you leave from Miami, you have 2 sea days while you travel out there. You can soak up the sunshine, of course, but there's real opportunities on board to participate in various kind of orientation activities, such as learning Spanish, maybe attending social background lectures or workshops on storytelling, and others on cultural interaction, as well as the normal chance to eat some great food that again has that Dominican flair from local chefs, to relax, and of course to spa, which I know, Glenn, is your favourite thing. But when you arrive, what happens?
Well, you dock in Amber Cove, and that's when you're going to put all the preparation to good use. During that time on the ground, you'll work alongside the local community members on carefully chosen projects focused on improving educational, environmental and economic conditions in the Dominican Republic itself. Most impact activities are included in the base price of your trip. There are a few that require additional fee, primarily to cover the cost of supplies, but most of these are actually included in the price of the cruise that you buy.
And by supplies, we mean the supplies for the local people, because once again, these trips are all designed to help the local community in a sustainable way for the future. Now, we talked about impact activities. What are they? Well, there's a great variety of different things that you can get involved with when you are there in the Dominican Republic. Probably one of the most important ones is going into classroom environments and helping local people, particularly local children, learn English, just by things like listening to them read and kind of pointing out corrections. Really simple thing that has such an impact. Why is that, Glenn?
Yeah, and that's just because the English proficiency is the largest driver of employment success in the Dominican Republic economy. So students participating in these programs will have increased opportunities for higher education, stable incomes throughout their lifetimes as well. So it's amazing to actually go into the schools and help teach these kids.
Okay, that's just one of the impact activities, but there's loads more. Another really popular one is basically the opportunity to help people get clean water access. Now, in the Dominican Republic, it's frightening that in this day and age, there's still more than 3 million people who don't have access to clean drinking water. So what do you do here as part of the activity?
So this one with the activity, you begin by working with the local ceramic artisans to gather and sift the raw materials that help you make the individual clay water filters. You'll help to mould the clay, load it into the clean, and then test the newly made filters. And then after you've made the filters, you'll have the opportunity to give it to the community in need. So you really are giving something back.
This is a really popular one. So once you do book to go on this cruise, make sure you book these activities really, really early. So far, since they started in April 2016, for the water filter, they've made 20 visits. 492 travellers have gone to help. 559 filters have been made, and amazingly 2,795 people now have access to clean drinking water that didn't have it before. So you can see the impact that's already being made. Now, there's other ways as well. There's impact activities that basically help support local entrepreneurs by doing different things. One of them is a tree planting program, and that's with mahogany trees. This is quite incredible, and we've got, again, some great stats here. There's 18 different sites that are being planted, 40 visits have been made so far, 1,119 travellers have been involved, and amazingly, Glenn, 5,890 new trees have been planted in the Dominican Republic, which is great. Yeah. And then the other one that's been very, very popular, and again, apparently was really moving. I know Elaine was passing back to us how moved she was.
About it today, didn't she?
She did.
Really good.
And that was the coca factory. Again, it's a woman's project, this, and you go along and you get involved, and you get involved in making the chocolate. And some amazing stats here about the impact so far. There's been 41 visits, 1,576 travellers have attended so far, 2,862 pounds of chocolate nibs have been cleaned, and that equates to 85,000 chocolate bars that have been created. And of course, all that money that gets sold, that gets made as a result of selling that chocolate, goes back to those women in the local community.
Elaine came back today, didn't she? How many chocolate bars did she bring us back?
That's a very good point.
Not one.
Not one. Now, this next impact activity is the one that I'd probably most like to get involved with, because it's all about going into local communities and helping families repair their homes. And this takes many different forms, maybe mixing cement for a new hygienic floor, it could be building a mosquito screen, so many different ways that you can help, even planting fruit trees. But I know one of the ones that Elaine really said they focus on is laying new concrete floors, Glenn.
Yeah, that's right, and that was a big thing. I mean, just to give you a few more stats, 639 travellers have visited 29 different sites, local areas there for you, And again, they've helped 123 different people to obviously lay floors and benefit from them as well, including one school which has 168 children. They've laid one playground there as well. So,
and Elaine was part of that crew, building that playground. It must have been an immense thing to be involved with. Now, another one is recycling, and recycling for profit. Basically, you're feeding in waste paper that's been collected locally into a shredder, but it's put into pulp extraction, and then after the whole drying process happens, it gets turned into new paper, maybe jewellery, bindings for books, and again, what's sold back goes into the community. Plus there are loads of other things that you can do with your time as well.
Yeah, exactly. Again, and added to all this, you'll get traditional Dominican lunches in local community centre, beach trips, and evenings in the town enjoying lively music and entertainment, or an intimate dinner alongside with the local community at one of the many world-class dining destinations around that area.
So loads and loads to do. After you've done all that and you've completely immersed yourself in the culture and had so many life-changing experiences, you then have 2 days heading back to Miami on board the ship for a chance just to reflect and to finally get maybe a bit of a rest, because I suspect you'll be exhausted maybe after some of that activity as well, but happily exhausted knowing you made a difference. Now, I hope we've kind of wetted your whistle or kind of given you a bit of inspiration there as to what you can do with Fathom, because it's totally different. This is a unique experience, and many people would have just thought that a cruise holiday just involves having a few drinks, eating lots of food, laying on a beach, and maybe seeing a few historical sites. And there's nothing wrong with that, because that is the majority of cruising, but this is so different and quite exciting.
Yeah, and as I said, I think if you want to go on the super ships and you want to do surfing on board and rock climbing on board and massive Broadway shows, this is definitely not the product for you. But over our years of experience, we've been to some destinations where you go and see the locals, and as I said to you before, we've taken things over to them. But you just go for a couple of hours and then you leave again. This is actually physically giving something back to the communities, and I think if that's really what you want to do, and as I said, it is a niche market that want to do it, but this is definitely the way forward.
Imagine the impact that you could make if you're there for a longer period of time, really working with these local communities over a number of days. It's going to be quite incredible. Right, now if you'd like to find out more about going on a Fathom cruise on board Adonia, heading out to the Dominican Republic and making a difference, then click the link above and it will take you through to the peculiars and the particulars that you need. Now, we want to say thank you to people that have been in touch. As we know, this show is always shaped by your comments, by your feedback. First of all, the lovely N.A. Burton, and she's told us she's just booked our 2017 cruise. She's off to Monaco for the GP on Celebrity in Aqua Class.
Very nice.
I highly recommend.
Look at her on Aqua Class.
Well, I think I commented actually that you'll love the Blue Restaurant. It really is superb. The food there is so unrivaled across the whole of the ship and pretty much the industry. It really is great. And then lovely Rose Gallagher, who I know very, very well. In fact, Rose followed me from Thompson all the way through to Cunard when I moved.
Did you owe her money then?
No, I didn't owe her money, And she's just got in touch and said that she's subscribed and she'd love to see more cruise offers for Christmas cruises. And that was all in relation to one of the competitions that we're running at the moment. Check social media for more details. If they do want to check social media, how do they do it?
A number of different ways, of course. Twitter, Facebook, you can check us out on our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. Or obviously come through to us on hello@planetcruise.co.uk. But the most important thing is to check the website, planetcruise.co.uk website. We've got all the cruises on there, from 1 days up to world cruises on all different vessels. And as I said, if not, come through to us in the office, in our sales team, and we'll find out the best cruise for you and get the best deal.
Well, thank you very much for watching. I do hope that this episode has inspired you and also been slightly entertaining, if nothing else. Thanks for watching.